A few months ago, my cousins and I decided to hike the Patagonia for 9 days, carrying all the things we needed in our backpacks. My name is Camilo, and I'm a filmmaker, hiker, and traveler who recently started documenting my journeys. Join me on a 9-day adventure out in the wild and get ready, because this is day 1. December 27th. We had to take a flight from my hometown to Santiago de Chile, wait there for 9 hours, and then take another flight all the way down to Puerto Natales. The first flight was, in other words, unnecessary. It would have been easier and quicker to fly directly to Puerto Natales, but that option wasn't available at the end of December. The price was literally double. Since we had to take our backpacks in 2 hours before the flight, the only choice was to hang out at a Starbucks for hours until next morning. Once we started flying over the Magallanes region, I felt kind of disappointed with myself. The reason? I felt ignorant. Glaciers, rocky mountains everywhere, turquoise lakes, and I could keep going. I never knew we had landscapes like that in our own nation. I've traveled to a fair number of countries, I would say, but I never paid enough attention to the beauty we have right here at home. And that thought stuck with me for hours that day. Alright guys, so now we just landed here. I'm starving now, I gotta recognize it, I'm starving. I didn't even sleep last night, so that's it. Tomorrow morning, we're leaving pretty early, about 6:50 a.m. So, now, gotta go get some food for tomorrow, pasta or something for tonight, and that's it. Then, straight to bed.
Acá metí la toalla y la cabecera con la comida.
¿Tú qué?
Mi necesario desayuno.
Ah, sí, amigo. Tenía las 5:40.
Íntimo.
The day we had been waiting for months finally arrived. A Magallanes morning greeted us with a fresh breeze, making us think about the challenge ahead. It was time for our last decent breakfast, a hot shower, and then to head to the bus terminal. We were excited and more than ready to begin. On the other hand, I would say we were also a bit nervous. But even with the nerves, one thing was clear in our minds. One single thing. Whatever situation came our way, anything, good or bad, today or tomorrow, we were going to face it together. Once we finally arrived at the national park, after a 2-hour bus ride, we were immediately blown away by the breathtaking landscape. The first thought that crossed my mind was, what did the first human to see all of this feel thousands of years ago? But the answer came right after. Probably nothing. Just like we feel when we walk through city streets, surrounded by buildings all the time. But now, we were about to step into something completely different. Physically and mentally. After carrying those 34 kilos for about 10 minutes, I realized just how tough the whole trip was going to be. A few questions started popping up. How was I going to manage to record everything? Should I carry the camera in my hands the whole time? What about the tripod? Was I going to have to take my back off every 5 minutes to grab it? I won't lie to you guys, I was pretty worried. But after an hour, I just accepted that it was part of the adventure. Right guys, so we just stopped here drinking some water and getting some insect repellent right on the face. As you can see, got many of them flying around my head, but that's part of the deal. It's not really steep, but I would say the big deal here is all the weight, the food, the clothes that we carry inside our backpacks. Anyway, we still got probably 3 or 2 hours and a half to get to the first camping ground, and then we're gonna set our tents up and chill out. After a while, it was time for our official first stop to grab some snacks. Under the trees, of course, since the sun was our adversary. Silence, on the other hand, was a perfect companion for me. Feeling disconnected from everyone and everything, especially my phone, brought peace to my mind. It also gave me space to appreciate the gift of having my cousins with me, the ones I've been raised with since I was little. I was just enjoying the moment. Being a happy human, carrying a massive pack, but still happy. The only thing I needed to worry about was getting to the campsite before nightfall. Alright guys, 2:40 p.m. We just stopped here by the tiny little river to get some fresh, nice water, and I also put my feet in the water to make them feel fresh too, right? It's crazy how we don't let ourselves get bored, how we avoid facing our inner silence. I mean, we're always chasing fun, chasing dopamine. But I believe that great things come from nothing, from boredom. That's when creativity starts to flow. In my case, I was more than excited to be in the middle of nowhere, chasing nothing more than my own thoughts. Alright guys, 5 p.m. I'm exhausted. It seems that I'm pretty far from the campsite. Anyway, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm sweating a lot. You can see me, but I'm truly enjoying it. You can see horses drinking pure water next to you, mountains everywhere. This, ladies and gentlemen, is life. Pure wilderness and pure life. Almost 7 p.m. and we're finally reaching Seron campground. As soon as we arrived, we started setting up our tents. Then we headed straight to the kitchen to cook a decent meal before going to bed, since the lady at the check-in counter told us we would need to wake up early for a tough day next morning. And she wasn't wrong at all. Thank you guys for sticking around till the end. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.